Okay, so we're actually going to start in our child's pose. So for our child's pose, we have our knees wider than shoulder width, sitting back on the heels, dropping the head down. If you need to use a block here for your forehead or a pillow or something behind your knees, then you can grab that now as well. A pillow is nice to put behind your knees if you find it hard to sit back. So sit back on the heels, dropping the head down. Now from here, just arriving into the class this morning, taking a minute or two just to focus in on the breath, on the body. Breathing into the belly, into the ribs, into the chest, and breathing out slowly. Reaching forward with the hands. The head is dropping down. Slowing down the breathing. Taking 2 more breaths, a big breath into the belly, let it go out. 1 more big deep breath in, let it go out, and slowly start to come up onto your hands and knees, into your tabletop position, and we'll actually lower all the way down to the belly, resting the forehead on the hands. And again here, breathing into the belly, think of pushing the ground away with your belly. Let's bring our hands by our sides, underneath our shoulders, push up and back into that child's pose again, dropping the head down. Arms are staying really long. And then coming all the way back up, lowering down to the belly again. And then pushing back up and into that child's pose again. This time as you're coming up, think of it like a cat-cow as well. So we're kind of rounding the spine. This time we can stay up on the hands and drop the hips down. So it's kind of like a down dog. And then push back into that child's pose. And then coming forward again. We're making that wave-like motion with the spine, with the body. Pushing the hips back again. Curling through the spine. Sit back on the heels. And coming back up again. Dropping the hips down, looking forward. Think of pointing the collarbones and the shoulders forward. And sitting back again to your child's pose. 1 more time coming forward. Look forward. And last time, sit back into the child's pose, drop the head down. From here, walking the two hands to the right and sit back on the heels. Walk the two hands all the way over to the left, sit back on the heels. And back to the middle. And let's come up into our tabletop position here. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath our hips. And we'll just work through the spine. Cat-cow, chin to the chest first. Round through the upper back, middle back, lower back. Point the tailbone down between the legs. And slowly pointing tailbone up, lower, middle, upper back, looking forward. We'll go really slow, working through each vertebrae of the spine all the way down and all the way back up. And go back to your flat back here. We're going to push our right leg back, keeping the toes on the ground, push through the heel. So we're pushing back, getting a nice stretch here in the calf on that right leg. Good, now let's lift that right leg up. And we're just going to tap the toe off the ground. We're going to go for 5. Tap the toe off the ground and then lift the heel up high. So you'll feel this in the glute, in your bum. 3, 4, 5. Hold it up. This time we're bringing the right foot all the way over to the left side and putting the toes on the ground. And we look over the left shoulder towards that right foot. So you want to breathe here into the side of the body, looking over that shoulder. Lifting the right leg up. We're going to bring it out to the side. So our knee, hip, knee and shoulder, or hip, knee and ankle, knee, hip are in line here. This can be quite an intense stretch, so we'll just sit back a small bit and then you can come out. So you can control the resistance here. You can just very gently rock forward and back. Good. Warming up those hips. We're going to go a bit deeper into the hips today. With this right leg, keep bringing it forward to that right side of your mat. So my 2 hands on the inside here. I'll just show you from this angle as well. My 2 hands are on the inside. I can even use a yoga block or a pillow if I need to. Good. And I'm really opening up this hip here. I want to plant my left hand down and open up to this right side. So I'm opening up to that leg that's in front. That's it. Now you can stay here, or if you want to get a little twist in, you can. So just dropping that right elbow towards the ground and then lifting it up again to that right side. Breathe in as you're coming up, breathe out as you're going down for that twist. Following the fingers all the time, looking to the fingers, following them up and down. Drop the shoulder down. Let's go for another 2. And one more. Good. Lifting the hands up, we're going into our low lunge from here. Reach those hands up, make sure you're tucking your tailbone underneath so we're not going into that lower back. Look forward. Big breath in and exhale out. Plant the hands down. We'll just go back to our tabletop position for now. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then from here we'll push back into our first down dog. Pushing those hips up, leave the heels drop to the ground. And because it's the first one, you can just walk it out or do small movements side to side, whatever you need. And then drop the knees back down to our tabletop. And we'll push back with the right leg this time. Left leg, sorry. So the opposite side now. So my left toes are on the ground and I'm pushing back through my heel. Getting that stretch in the back of the leg, in the calf, to the Achilles tendon. Good, now lifting that leg up and just tapping the toe off the ground and lift the heel as high as you can. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift it up and hold. Good. And lift it all the way over to the right side. And look over the right shoulder back towards the left foot. Breathe into the side of the body. And then we're bringing it all the way out to that left side. So now our hip, knee, and ankle are in line. And we can just rock forward and back a small bit. Getting into the adductors and the groin, the inside of the leg on this side. Good. Keep bringing it forward now. That left foot is coming forward. Grab that pillow or block if you need it. Good. Planting the right hand down, left arm reaches up. Look up to that left hand. Good, and if you're comfortable, then we can drop that left elbow down and then open it out to that left side again. So we're going for that twist, following the hand, following the fingers. Good, so let's do 2 more. One more. And lifting the hands up into our low lunge. Just looking forward here. Remember, relax the shoulders down as well. Take the shoulders away from the ears, but reach the hands up. Good, lowering the hands down. Coming back into your tabletop and then pushing up into your downward facing dog. Again, you can walk it out here in your down dog, whatever movement you need. Good, look between the hands, we'll walk it all the way up to the top of the mat. Big bend in the knees for this first one, we'll fold over. Leaving the head and the shoulders drop down. Even grabbing the elbows and just swaying side to side. Even those shoulders drop down and the head. Good, bending the knees, slowly curling all the way up the spine. Coming up, 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 chest out, shoulders back and down, good. Loosen out the legs and the arms, good stuff. Good, so let's come to the top of your mat, bringing your feet together. I want you lifting the kneecaps so our quads are tensed. Chest out, shoulders back, looking forward. Imagine there's that string pulling you up from the crown of your head. We're standing up really tall. Take a big deep breath in and let it go out softly. One more big deep breath in. Let it go out and reset. Good, let's go into our sun salutations. Inhale, raising the hands up. Exhale, folding forward, bending from the hips. Inhale, flatten the back, look forward. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back into your high plank or push-up position. Hold it here now. Squeeze your stomach a small bit. Think of pushing the ground away. Want to build that strength. Exhale as you lower to the knees, keeping the elbows hugged into the ribs, lower all the way down to the belly, untucking the toes, inhaling, up dog, so we're pushing that chest forward like we did in the warm-up, and exhaling into our down dog, so you want to plant those hands down, push the hips up, look back towards the feet. Now if this down dog is feeling like a little too much this morning, you can take a child's pose. But try the down dog if you're feeling up to it. Leave the heels drop down, focus on the breathing. Looking between the hands. We'll walk it all the way up to the top of our mat. Inhale as we flatten our back to look forward, and exhaling, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up, and exhaling, hands by your sides. And that's one sun salutation. Good, so we have 2 more to get us warmed up this morning. So again, standing up tall, inhale, raise the hands up, looking up towards the fingers, exhale, fold. Inhale, flatten your back, look forward. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back into your push-up position. Hold it here again. Squeeze the stomach, squeeze your legs, push the ground away, build that strength. Lower to the knees, elbows hug into the ribs, lowering all the way down to the ground. Untucking the toes, inhaling up dog. So we're pushing those collarbones forward. Exhaling into your down dog. Make sure you're planting your hands down here and then pushing the hips up. 3 breaths here in your down dog. And looking between the hands. Step or walk to the top of the mat. Flatten your back to look forward when you get here. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep those hands up. And exhaling, hands by your sides. Good, we have one more. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold. A little faster now this time, you know the movement. Inhale, flatten your back to look forward. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back and hold this push-up position. Good, push the ground away, squeeze your legs, squeeze your glutes, your back, everything, every muscle, squeeze. Slowly lower to the knees, lower all the way down to the belly. Untucking the toes, inhale your up dog or cobra, and exhaling into your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here in your down dog. And from here, just drop to the knees and we'll go back into a child's pose. Have a little rest here in your child's pose. Again, if you need to get something put behind your knees, you can. Going to be here for about 30 seconds. So just focus on that breathing, about 5 breaths. One more breath and then you can slowly start to come up out of your child's pose. Good stuff. Push back into your downward facing dog and then walk it to the top of your mat. Inhale, flatten your back to look forward. Exhale, fold for a deeper stretch. And inhale, sweep those hands up. And exhaling, hands by your sides. Good. So we're going to go into our Tadasana, or mountain pose again. Bring those feet together. Standing up tall, lift the kneecaps. Chest out, shoulders back, shining that chest forward. Standing up really tall. This is your mountain pose. From here, bringing those hands together and reaching them up overhead. You can even get a little back bend in if that's comfortable. And exhale, fold it forward. All the way down as far as you can. And inhale, curling up the spine here. Think of it like your cat-cow we did in the warm-up. All the way up, bring those hands together. Inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, dive it down again. So we're trying to make that kind of wave-like motion again. Inhale, coming up. Little back bend at the top if you're comfortable with that. Exhale, fold it, dive it down. 2 more. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Little back bend, dive it down. Not too fast, don't get too dizzy. 1 more, sweep it all the way up. And then bringing the hands by your sides. And you can loosen out the arms and legs here. Just to reset, shake it out. Good stuff. Back to our Tadasana, or mountain pose. Feet together, lift those kneecaps. Chest out, shoulders back, standing up nice and tall. Imagine that string is pulling you up from your crown of your head, all the way up through your spine, elongating the spine. We're going to take 2 big breaths here. I want to hear you. Even though you're on mute, I want you to hear you. Big inhale. Sigh it out like, let it go out. Okay, we'll do 2. Inhale, fill up the lungs, fill up the belly, let it go out. 1 more, louder now this time. Let it go. Good stuff. Back to this Tadasana again, this mountain pose, stand up tall. Inhale, sweep those hands up. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flatten your back, look forward. And exhale, hands down, step back into this push-up position or high plank, holding it here. Good, so let's test your strength here. From here, push back into a down dog. Good. Looking back towards the feet. Leave the heels drop down. And from here, drop the knees down into a tabletop. Good. Bringing the right fingertips just to the right shoulder or collarbone. We're going to make big circles here with the elbow. Point the elbow in front and then to the side, big circle. Going around, big as you can. For 2, 3, 4, 1 more, 5, and then we'll change direction, going back, the opposite direction, and then forward. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Plant that hand down. We'll go to the opposite side. So bringing the fingertips to the shoulder or collarbone on the other side. Big circles with that elbow. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you've 5 done, you can reverse the direction. 3, 4, and 5. Good. And plant the hand down. We're doing the same thing, but with our hip here. So we want to point our knee out to the side and draw a big circle with the knee on that right leg. So we're really trying to open out the hips. 5 rotations and then change. 4 and 5. You can stay on the same leg, just opposite direction. All the way out and in, big circles with that knee. It's a bit harder with the hip sometimes. Good, once you've 5 done, you can try the other side. Knee out to the side and around, big circle with that knee. Making that circle bigger and bigger each time. Once you've 5 done, reverse that direction. 4 and 5. Once you've 5 done, we'll meet back in our tabletop. Push the hands into the ground. We'll go into our downward facing dog. This is the same exercise we just did with the hips, but we're in a down dog now. So we'll inhale, raise that right leg up. You kind of leave that right heel drop down a small bit and draw a big circle with the knee. If this is too much today, you can just go back to the previous one we just did. So go 5 big circles going around. It's a bit harder because we have to stay in our down dog as well. 5 and 5 around the opposite way. Once you've 5 done, just go back to your down dog. Reset and then go to the left side or the opposite side. 5 circles going around, feeling the shoulders now as well. That's okay. Building some strength in the shoulders. Big circles with the knee. 5 and 5 around the opposite way. Once you've 5 done, go back to your down dog. And then we'll actually walk it in to the top of the mat. Fold it over and just grab the elbows and sway side to side. Bending the knees, coming all the way up to standing. Good. Just resetting here. That was quite tough on the shoulders and the hips. Bringing those feet together, standing up nice and tall. Should feel a bit warmer now. Definitely do. Inhale, raise the hands up, looking up towards the fingers. Exhale, fold from the hips all the way down. Inhale, flatten the back to look forward. Plant the hands down, this time stepping back with the right foot. Putting that right knee on the ground, so my left leg is in front. Right knee is down. Good. Tucking my tailbone underneath here so I get into this quad and hip flexor on this right side. Good. And if it's too much on the knee, you can always fold the mat over or just grab an extra pillow for the knee. Good, raise those hands up and we'll go to the left side. A nice stretch along the side of the body here. And then to the right side. Reach that left hand over. reaching the two hands up. So I'm tucking your back toe underneath. We'll push into this front leg and lift up to our high lunge now. So we're getting our balance. You can keep your hands out to the side or you can keep them up. Holding it here. Keeping that balance. Strong on the front leg. Good, holding it here. Feel the legs burning a small bit. Again, building strength in the legs this time. Good. Exhale. Bringing the hands in front. And we'll step back, straight back into your down dog. And now we're reaching the right foot in front. Left knee is down. So the opposite leg is in front this time. Again, tuck that tailbone underneath. You can reach the hands up if you want. We can just go to the right side. A nice stretch along the side. Breathing into the ribs. And the opposite side. Good, and back to the middle. So we'll tuck the toes under, lift up again into that high lunge. Make sure you have your balance, raise the hands up then, or out to the side, or hold on to something if you need to. Good, holding it here, strong now in this pose. Finding that balance. Maybe pick a spot in front. You know the legs might be burning. Hold it. Want to build the strength in the legs. Just 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Let it go out. 1 more in. And out. Good. Bring those hands in front. Step back into that down dog. Walk it out here on the down dog. Last down dog of the practice. So walk it out. Move side to side. Any movement you need here. And see if there's a difference to the first down dog you did. Can your heels touch the ground now or get a bit closer? Good, lowering to the knees. Into your tabletop. And let's work through our cat-cow. So just like at the start, but now we might notice a difference. Chin to the chest. Round through that upper, middle, lower back. Point the tailbone down between the legs. And pointing tailbone up. Lower, middle, upper back, looking forward. Chin down to the chest again. All the way up, all the way down, working through that spine. Good, we're going to go into that curl spine. So when you're pointing your tailbone down, chin to your chest, from here sit back into that child's pose with that rounded spine. Drop that head down. Good. Slowly curling all the way up. Just like we did in our warm-up, we'll drop down to the belly. Keeping the hips on the ground, we look forward for our up dog, our cobra, and then exhaling back into your child's pose. We'll just go through that kind of wave-like motion again like we did at the start. But we might feel a bit looser now this time, hopefully. Pushing back, sitting back on the heels, drop the head down, and then coming back up again. Pointing the collarbones forward, looking forward, and sitting back. Good, working through that a few times. And then lowering all the way down to the belly. Resting your forehead on your hands. Good, just breathing into the belly, leaving that heart rate come down. Getting your breath right. Now bringing your hands by your side, just push up into that tabletop. We'll actually flip over. We'll bring the knees in, tuck the chin to the chest. If you want, you can just fall back, make sure there's nothing behind you, make sure you have your chin tucked into your chest. Or you can just lie down. Don't bang your head. Good. From here, bring the knees in and you're bringing them apart, big circles, in together and out. And around the opposite way. Good, bringing that right knee into the chest, leave the left leg go long. And then leave the right knee, drop out to the right side. And that right knee in, drop it across the body. Leave the hands fall out to the sides in like a Y or a T shape. And again, breathe into anywhere you feel that twist. Maybe in the chest, in the back, in the hips. When you're ready, bring it back in. And just swap legs. Bring the opposite knee into the chest. So it's the left knee for me. Now drop that left knee out to the left side. And then drop it all the way over to the opposite side, across the body, leave the hands fall out to the sides. And bringing it back into the middle. Good, bring those knees in. You can grab either behind the knees or grab the feet or the toes. Keeping your back flat on the ground and your head. We're going to our happy baby. So any movement you need, you can straighten one leg, bend the other, bring the knees together, wide. Reach up overhead, whatever you want to do. Just play around with it. The hips and the hamstrings, calves, everything is warmed up now, so you can go a bit deeper than usual. And then just bring the knees in, give yourself a big hug, chin to the chest, come into a big ball, squeeze as tight as you can. So you're squeezing every muscle in the body from your feet, your legs, your back, stomach, chest, shoulders, head, everything. Squeeze as tight as you can and then release, relax. So a few options here for our Shavasana, our last pose. We can bring the feet together, leave the knees drop out. You can leave your hands and feet just fall out to the sides. Or if you want, you can put your legs up the wall or on a chair or a couch or anything. So if you're doing that, you just bring your hip in close to the wall, swing the legs up and go into this position. So I'll give you about 30 seconds there to get ready if you are putting your legs up the wall. If not, you're just going to one of the previous poses on the ground. This is a really nice one though for blood flow, loads of benefits. So see some legs going up there, so just give you another few seconds and then I will talk you down and leave you alone for a few minutes. So gently closing your eyes here. If it's comfortable, you can close the mouth. We don't want any tension around the jaw, so relax the jaw and the muscles around the face and the eyes and the head. The shoulders are relaxed, down and back. Shoulders are away from the ears. Deep breaths into the belly. Let it go out softly. Hands on the feet or relax out to the sides. Even feeling where your back and your shoulders and your body is touching the ground or the mat, or if you have your legs up the wall. Feeling that blood flow around the body. If that mind drifts off, it's okay. Just bring it back. Bring the attention back to the body, to the breath again. Start over. Now just coming back into the body again, into the mind, into the room. Just start to get some movement into the fingers and toes, into the wrists and the ankles, into the knees, the elbows, shoulders, hips. And if you had your legs up the wall or on a chair or something, just roll to one side, using your upper arm, your bicep as a pillow, and the same if you're lying down, just roll to one side. And then when you're ready, using your top hand to push up into a comfortable seated position here on your mat. We'll just close off today's practice. So keeping the spine nice and tall, just gently tuck the chin. We'll do 3 deep breaths in and then let it go, let it go out. So inhale, let it go out. 2 more, let everything go now. 1 more, shoulders now and everything relax on this one. In, let it go out nice and loud. Bringing the hands together, rubbing those hands together just to get some heat. Hands are cold. Placing the hands over the eyes and blinking the eyes open. Even give a little massage to the muscles around the face, the jaw, the neck, the head, wherever feels good. And I'm bringing the hands together. Bowing. Namaste and thanks for joining me today for a lovely yoga class. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. I'm here for a few minutes, so just shout.